7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the 100th episode of the Que Bola Podcast. You know what it is, baby. I'm excited, yo. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us in the celebration of this monumental milestone, featuring the Miami legend, Oscar G. From his early days DJing at just 12 years old to becoming a global house music icon, Oscar shared his journey through the hustle, behind the scenes, and the passion that drives him. Let's get ready for an inspiring conversation filled with insights, laughter, and raw energy of Miami's vibrant music scene. All right, let's get into this. Listo. You are my 100th episode, bro. This is
shit.
This is a big deal to me, dog. You don't understand. Like, it's been a labor of love. I don't have no sponsors. I don't got nothing. Like, as you can tell, it's just me here putting this shit up and just busting my ass. And I go home and I chop this shit up, and it's just been
You edit this shit yourself, everything?
I do everything. I do the whole thing. I record
I like
it.
that.
I do the lights. I do the setup. I edit it. I do the whole nine. And it's just been like 100 episodes. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels like an accomplishment. And I'm just like, I don't know.
It is, bro.
It's emotional. I didn't think I was going to be as emotional as I am getting to the 100th episode. For real, bro.
It's a landmark, bro.
It is. It's so hard. It's so hard out here too, bro. I do all the booking. I do everything. Like, so I reach out to people, and it's like always like going back and forth with people and all of that. It's just a lot, man. And I'm just happy I'm here, dog.
But you know what? Like when I think when you do shit like that, the end product is you get to feel that in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody tells me that, like, yo, I love your conversations because they're genuine, and I try to keep it as gully as possible. Like, you could curse, you could do whatever. It's not like I don't have any sponsors, so you can say what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting canceled by nobody.
Shit.
Ain't nobody gonna cancel my ass. I ain't canceling myself. So yeah, man. It's
Only you can cancel you.
Only I can cancel me, bro. Right now, you know.
Shit.
You never know. Like, maybe I blow up and I get some crazy ass sponsors, and I have to like chill out with what I'm saying. But
gotta
as
regulate.
of right now, through the first 100 episodes, everybody's been able to say what the fuck they want and express themselves, and you know, and yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be able to even interview, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend in South Florida.
Oh, thank you,
big
man.
time.
I appreciate that.
For real, 100%. You're a massive legend, and like I was telling you, I've been trying to get in contact with you to get this shit popping for a minute. So I'm glad it happened right now.
Yeah, that was my bad.
It's not your bad, bro. It happened just when it was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
how it is. That's timing, dog. Look at that. You're my 100th episode. Perfect, dog. You know what I'm saying? Right on time, dog.
That's truth.
So let's get this shit cracking. So we are in another episode of the Que Bola Podcast, the 100th episode. 100%, I want to give a massive shout out to everybody who gives me love, shows me love through the IG, through the social media, comes up to me in the streets and be like, yo, D, I like what you're doing. All of that 100% keeps me going. Everybody knows I still ain't made a motherfucking dime off of this shit. So it's a labor of love, and every single time somebody gives me just an inkling of love, it encourages me to keep doing this. 100th episode, massive special guest, Oscar G, Miami legend, bro. 100%, dog. Thank you, Oscar, for gracing me with your presence and letting me know what's popping off in your world, dog.
Thank you, bro, and congrats on that 100th episode. I'm glad I could be a little part of it.
Bro, it's been a labor of love, like I was telling you just right now, and yeah, man, it's a great time, and it's a great time being able to shine a spotlight on all the crazy talent that we have in South Florida, like mad creatives, dog, and like it's one of those places where like they have the 6 degrees of separation, like Kevin Bacon over here's like 1 or 2, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit, I feel like I could get in contact with Drake right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody knows that dude, you know what I'm saying? Or Skrillex or some shit like that. Because everybody be in Miami, and it's just so close-knit that you're able to reach out to so many different people. Yeah. But I like to just spotlight locals, you know what I'm saying? The people who are doing it here in the local scene, even if they go international or nationwide or whatever, man. And you definitely fit the bill, man. You started off here in Dade County, you know what I'm saying? Repping, DJing, So more or less, give me a little bit of your like earliest memories growing up in Miami and the influences that started you off DJing out here, bro.
I started really young, man. Like I started DJing parties, like house parties, when I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
And what kind of got me into the whole thing was the whole like b-boy moment, you know, like with the music, the graffiti, the breakdancing, the all that stuff, the emceeing. I was really, really obsessed with that at that time, and it just came in that point in my life where, you know, those things are like really absorbed. So that was really like the catalyst that guy. I always liked music as a little kid, you know, listening to it on the radio and shit like that. But I feel like that moment, it was really when I connected with it and I became obsessed with it. And then by the time I was 12, I was already DJing parties with a friend of mine.
So you were like moving crates?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Damn, bro, that's a lot for a 12-year-old dog to be pushing crates
Yeah.
around.
My friend Frank, man, we got like some equipment together. We would, you know, we each had our little record collections and we would put them together. And my dad would drive me to parties and shit with our shitty gear, and you know, we did it. We did our shit.
That's crazy, bro. Like at that age, what middle school were you at? Because that's 12.
I was in. I went to Corway Elementary, and I had just started 7th grade at St. Peter and Paul.
Okay.
St. Peter and Paul, and that's where I met my friend that we started DJing together. And
That's in the DOA, right? No, in the roads.
Yeah, in the roads.
Yeah, in the roads.
It's in the roads. And then we started, but you know, eventually we started doing dances at the schools, like the local schools, you know, like St. Peter.
Were you getting paid
St.
for
Michael.
those?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
We were getting like $50.
There?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I mean, $50 for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, we had to split it, so it's 25.
Still,
you know,
back in the day without inflation.
That was like 3 records. You know, I could go get 3 records.
Facts.
Well, yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Like, so they entrusted you at that point. Like, who empowered you to do that? Like,
so that's a good question, bro. I think about that to this day. Like, I don't know. We just, you know, I guess we were so hooked on that culture that we wanted to make it happen in our world too. You know what I mean? Like we would watch movies like Beat Street and you know, Style Wars and things like that. And the music that was coming through at the time was like so, you know, impactful that we just wanted to do it. So we would just tell kids, you know, in the school, like when we first started, it was just kids from our class having a birthday party or whatever. And they're like, you know, because it wasn't really, you know, now there's DJs you know, you go to anywhere and there's a DJ, but back then it wasn't really like that yet, you know. But yeah, we just started doing house parties, you know.
that's wild, bro. And were like your teachers, when they heard about this, what were they saying about it? Like,
I think like there wasn't really like an understanding of that, especially at that age. But eventually, like I remember when I first did one of the school dances and the teacher saw like the crowd reaction, then I think they got what we were doing, you know? Yeah.
And do you remember like your first, so you started 12, you're doing like house parties, things like that. Do you remember your first major gig that you were like, damn, this is something else, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the first time I did a school dance of the school I was in, that was it.
Okay.
That was it. Like, and I remember that we borrowed equipment from friends of ours because it was a huge place. So we had to like, you know, piece together like a bigger setup. And I feel that was like the first time I felt like, oh wow, this is, you know, this is something.
Yeah, I could do something with this.
Yeah, and those dancers at the time, they actually ended up getting rid of them because they started getting so crazy that it was like, you know, 1,000 kids or whatever. Like, so it was big, you know, it was like a big thing. So, yeah, I remember like just that feeling. I was like, damn, this is it, you know.
Damn, that's wild, bro. That you like had the foresight to be able to. And did you feel, man, this is gonna be what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life? Was it that type of shit?
Oh hell no.
Oh, okay.
No, I would love to.
Yeah.
But like it didn't seem like even like a
career prospect.
no way.
Okay.
No way, bro. DJs weren't like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing.
No, at all. No.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, now everybody's like, that's a career.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a viable career
100%.
path, Yeah, but back then, no, absolutely not. Like, it was more like, I guess your biggest aspiration back then, or at least mine, was like to play in a club in town, like a cool club in town kind of shit. Because there was, like there was local DJs. Like I remember I was a huge fan of Ciro Llerena, he was the DJ at a place called Casanova's that was in Hialeah. It was like a legendary club.
How many people have talked to me about that place, bro?
It was legendary.
I never got to go.
Yeah, I was too young.
Yeah.
They let me in the back one time, and I got to peek in there, but I was too young to even go there. But they would play his mixes on the radio on a station called Super Q back then.
Okay.
And it was live.
Like a bootleg station?
Yeah, no, it was legit. It was legit, but
station.
they would do this thing called Discoteca al Aire.
Okay.
And then it was like a live feed from the club.
All right.
So through other avenues, I was able to get cassettes that were mixes from him and shit like that. And just, that's how I first heard beat mixing and things like that. So there was that kind of inspiration too. But like I said, that was like the ultimate, like in my mind, I thought the
max.
Yeah, the max you could do in this shit is play at Casanova's, Like that would be the ultimate.
That's wild.
And I would have been happy as fuck if that would have been, like
that would have been it.
Yeah, I would have been like, this is it. I did it.
That's crazy, dude.
For sure.
How about your family? Were they like encouraging, or how did they react to that?
Dude, my my mom, she used to like sneak me out at night, like on school nights, to go to a studio that I would go to, because I was like into production already. That was when I was a little older. I was probably like 15 at that time. Still couldn't drive, so my mom would drive me like without my dad knowing to a studio, and I'd be there the whole fucking night doing shit, working on shit, and stuff like that. So she was very, down with and my mom, I always felt like my mom was like she was meant to be a creative, but I think she understood that mind, you know what I mean? Like that brain, that creative brain, she knows what that is, or like the value of it.
Un escape.
Yeah. So she really was and then my dad, he was very supportive too, in the sense of he saw it like from a business standpoint. Like, when I would do parties, like I remember that we would drive home from a party and we would be like, he would be telling me like, the customer's always right. You gotta, because I would be bitching about requests, like people making requests.
Yeah. To this day.
And he was like, no, the customer's always right. And we would always argue about that. I was like, no way.
The customer's not right in this situation.
No, I'm here to do what I do. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna tell me what to play, just get a jukebox or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So
that's wild, bro. And so you're famously known for house, right? For house music. But when in your early days, was that something that you had gravitated to, or is it like something that
came a little later? Because at my age, like at that age, there wasn't really house music. It was more like electro, like early electro music and freestyle.
Freestyle is huge.
Yeah, so things like that. That was really when I started DJing, what I was really into, and hip hop. And then later on, when house started I basically discovered house like going to record stores, and it would start to trickle in, and I'd hear these sounds and stuff. So that's when I started kind of gravitating towards that. And also then my childhood friend, Ralph Falcone, we linked up. We went to all elementary school together. We were like in the Cub Scouts together and shit like that. Yeah. But we were really never into music. I mean, we liked music, but we never talked about it or anything, right? And then when we went off to 7th grade, he took off to Georgia to a military school.
Sheesh.
So we lost touch for, I would say, like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And you're talking back then, there's no internet,
Yeah,
no
it
cell
was
phone
like
there. Yeah, it was
really
just
lost
like,
touch.
we just lost touch. And I was chilling at my friend's house one day, and this guy who had rented a unit from my friend was like, hey, look, check this out. He saw that we were DJing and shit, which my friend Alex was another DJ partner I had.
Yeah.
And we DJed together for years. And I was in his house, and this guy comes in, and we find out he's a DJ too. His name was Aldo. And he's like playing us a cassette of shit he's working on, like production and shit. And I don't know why, dude. Like he's playing this shit, and it just occurred to me because I had heard that Ralph was into music.
Yeah.
And I had heard certain things, but I hadn't seen him or
In a minute.
whatever. So, but for whatever reason, like when this guy played this, I was like, hey man, you know what? Like this vibe, like it sounds like my friend that I've lost touch with, but I heard he's doing this kind of thing. And he's like, who's your friend? And I'm like, Ralph. He's like, what? It turned out that my friend Ralph had made the music he was playing.
The whole disc, the whole tape.
Yeah, he was the one that was doing that shit. And dude, right there, like at my friend's house, he picked up the phone. He called my friend Ralph. He was there in like 5 minutes. I hadn't seen him in 4 or 5 years, like I said.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, what? And imagine we were both happened to be obsessed with music and getting into the house music thing and shit like that. So from there, that's when I really got a lot more serious about it. And we started producing shit together. We started a label together, and that's really where things took off.
And so you guys went by the name Funky
Green Dogs.
Green Dogs. Yeah.
That was
or
one
Merc.
of our aliases. Yeah.
So okay, so I know now it's super easy. Not super easy, but it's more easy to have a DAW on your laptop and be working on shit like that. But back then, you really had to be like in a studio to even have the technology to be able to work this, right? So like, who were like your mentors? Who was the one who taught you this shit? Like, who taught you the studio, bro?
Bro, honestly, we would just like get in there with manuals. And
Get out of here for real?
Yeah, for real, man. We just spend nights, fucking around with the shit and reading manuals, like really complex, weird, rolling type manuals and shit like that.
They are.
Yeah, it's like another language,
Facts.
But we became pretty fluent in that shit eventually, and we would just. I remember we would spend because at that time Ralph already had like a cool little setup. By cool little setup, I mean a keyboard stand with a sampler, a couple keyboards,
MPC.
a drum machine, SP1200 is what we used, and then a sequencer, So, and then eventually he helped me out so I could get my own little setup. I got the first thing I got was like one of those all-in-one sampler sequencer keyboard things, and yeah, bro, we would just, get in there and Ralph was already pretty good with that
like
shit.
versed.
Yeah. So like that was a big,
so you guys
advantage
got
for me.
you guys got it off the muscle then. Like you guys didn't have like go into a studio and like were over somebody's shoulder and like learning it off of somebody else. You guys were like,
no, dude, our shit was more like we'd be in Ralph's bedroom of his mom's house, like coming up with shit. I remember that his mom would get pissed because of the tone of my voice, and her room was right next to it.
She would hear
and
your
she had
ass.
to get up early to work, and she was like, ding, 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 like hitting the wall and shit. But yeah, we would be there till the morning. We would see her leave in the morning and shit. We're still there working, and then eventually, when we would come up with something we thought was of value, we would book studio time and pack up all the shit.
And then go into the studio.
Because you have to pack up all the gear. There's no digital recording or anything.
DAW.
So, yeah.
That's crazy,
forget
man.
DAW. Like, I'm talking, you couldn't even record digitally, because at that time, it was still analog tape.
Yes.
Or, you know what I mean?
So you have to
Eventually, you had digital recorders in your house kind of shit. That's when it became a little easier to produce at home.
Yes.
But
there were no home studio setups.
No. we're talking like we would have to take keyboards, drum machines, and pack them up, wires, the whole shit. Basically replicate
what you have at the crib,
right
at the studio, to be able to put it on
and
press.
plug that shit in, and get an engineer.
Yeah.
And then we would have to run that shit via SMPTE, like hit play on it and record track by track. Onto the tape machine. Yeah.
Damn, dog, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, people have it so easy nowadays. They legit don't understand, bro. That's crazy. So, like, when did you feel like you could make it a career then? At what point were you like, okay, this could be a career now?
Bro, I don't know if I ever had that moment, because it's since I was only doing this shit since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
It just kind of like...
It just happened.
Yeah, it just like snowballed. And yeah, I mean, like, I know that when Ralph and I started the label, actually, even before we started the label, we did a couple of cuts together, right? Like a couple of tracks. And they got pressed up on vinyl. And I remember that we got like a couple of like really great reviews in magazines back then, like from the UK and shit like that. And that was the first time that I thought, oh shit, man, like this, shit travels, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, like I said, this is pre-internet.
Yeah.
So
all in magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you get, it's hard to even picture that now, but like get a magazine at some record store and you open it up and you're like, holy fuck, they got my record. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that was the first time I was like, and then they hit us up to do a gig in a couple gigs in San Francisco, in California, and LA.
Your first like away
that was our
gig.
first, yeah, exactly.
So
because prior to that, I mean, in Miami, you couldn't get a gig playing house music. Like that wasn't even a thing here.
Yo,
bro.
imagine that, dog.
Nah, that wasn't even a thing here, dude. Like, and I remember I used to I would play, and Ralph too. Like we would play club nights and stuff. More like open format or like hip. Like I used to do this place in Kendall that was called Lime Key.
Okay.
And that was like, I would play half the night hip hop, half the night like new house shit that I was, like the beginning of house stuff. I was kind of like introducing it, and gigs like that was how we would make bread, so we could go to the studio and pay the time and shit. And to press records, man. Pressing records was like really expensive.
I mean, it still is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinyl's a big thing still to this day, but it is expensive.
It's kind of back. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
and not kind of back. It's, bro, I've been seeing people doing vinyl sets everywhere. And I'll be like, damn, bro, I have mad respect for you, but shit, your back must be hurting, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, dog. That's like, you said some crazy shit right there. Like you wouldn't be able to play house in Miami. That's like all you hear now in Miami.
No, the only places that were really on it were like the gay clubs at the time, because there was DJs like David Padilla, which may rest in peace, but he was at a Warsaw Ballroom on the beach, which is like a classic Miami club, and those are the only kind of places where you would hear house music, And that was like early South Beach, which was very, very different. Like the makeup of it was very, very different. And
I remember early South Beach.
Yeah. And Ralph used to play these parties called Avenue A, which was like a roaming party that Gary James used to do. And a very young Michael Capone was like the promoter of and stuff like that.
He was like at the door?
Yeah. He was a kid. Like handing flyers out and shit like that.
It's funny how that be, man. Like how people will come up in the industry, make a massive name for themselves.
Yeah, man.
Like knowing like, it's like being ahead of the curve and just following what you love, right? That's what I'm hearing a lot of. So like, talk to me about the production side, like the whole record label side. That's a whole nother hat that you're wearing, right? You and Ralph, how did that come about? Was that something that you guys spoke about it, like, yo, we want to go in this direction, or is it just naturally occurring? Like, what made you say, let me not focus solely on DJing and let me try to make some of this and distribute this music?
I think what happened was that by the time I started doing stuff with Ralph, I had been DJing for years already.
Okay.
So, and he had been DJing too, but I think our connection really was based on production, like making music and writing music. And that's where we really connected. The DJing was just fun for us, like it was just kind of how we would perform per se, know. But I think that was, as far as Ralph and I goes, I mean, that was like our connection there. And then as far as the label, the kind of the reason or inspiration for the label was, bro, we were working on shit. We were sending it out to the labels we liked and stuff, but
you were getting crickets.
Nothing, bro. And being like, it's crazy to say now, but like being from Miami was like not a good thing back then, because there was nothing here. Like there was
not
so
a good thing.
It wasn't like now Miami's like, oh shit, but like back then it was like house music, Miami, nah, hell no. So we just were like, let's do this shit ourselves. Let's press this shit ourselves. And, we came up with the Merc name and logo that we made ourselves and like stuff like that. And that's what it was, man. It was just, it's funny because we started the releases we would do, we would make up artist names,
What do you mean?
We would make up like an artist name.
A random name?
Yeah, to make it seem like the label had a bunch of different artists, you know what I mean?
That's a
but it was just us, making shit.
That's finesse as fuck, dude.
That's where the Funky Green Dogs thing came from.
Oh, I
like
thought
the first release, the group was called Intruder.
Okay.
And then we did one that was called Liberty City.
All right.
We did one that was called Coralway Chiefs.
Coralway Chiefs.
Yeah, we did Funky Green Dogs. So we would just like come up with these names like
to finesse to make this
the
label
to make it look
like
it was legit,
Bro, you know what? That's crazy. I have a friend of mine who does drum and bass. Shout out my boy Lanebot, and he has a label that like I'm basically we're all part of, like we're all fam, and he has the same like. He literally did the same thing. Like he's like, yo, I always sending music out and nobody ever wanted to give me any love. So it was like, I just started a label and just started like pushing it out. Like there's like 10 people on here. I'm like, damn, that's wild, dude. Like it's crazy how that's so like, that's a Miami hustle thing.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Like entrepreneur as fuck. Like,
yeah.
Like, yo.
Without even knowing it.
Without even knowing it. Like it's in the blood, it's in the DNA. Like, yo, I'm not letting this stop me. I'm gonna try to, present the best face forward, right? Yeah. To like all these other people. I mean, it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I remember that we would do shit like we would make like merch. You know what I mean? Like hats and jackets, but not to sell it. Okay. We would make it to hand it to like people that we respected and shit.
Like influential people.
Yes. Like we would go to the, like during Winter Music Conference, which was called back then, and we would see these DJs that we heard about and we know they're like big time, and guys that like Ralph and I, we would jump on a plane and go to New York and listen, just like not even get a hotel, like go to the club, be there the whole night,
jump on a
fly
plane
back kind of shit.
Damn. And
we would go hear. Junior Vasquez, Louis Vega, Danny Tenaglia, all these guys that were, they were basically the pulse of the planet at that time.
Yeah.
So, but when it was Winter Music Conference, everybody
came down here.
So we would be able to be in like,
intermingle with them.
Yeah, yeah. So what we want to do is just give them a record, give them a jacket, give them a hat, like let them know like we exist.
Yeah, we here. We doing
stuff.
We're from
Miami.
We're from Miami and we doing stuff.
But check this shit out.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Add the but we still fire. We're from Miami, but we still fire. Check us out.
I know we're from Miami, but
I mean, bro, you know what, bro? 100%. It's crazy how like South Beach changed up the game so much. Like the whole club. South Beach, like little individual, little baby clubs, Club Cream, and like and Crowbar and all that other stuff. Like all of that started changing the face of music in South Florida and like the influence of South Florida worldwide, right? Because people always came here to play, and they would take a little something back with them, right, to wherever they're going. So how did you like you're instrumental in that whole entire South Florida starting to get recognition for the music scene, house scene. How did that come about? Like, what did you guys have a game plan, or was it just like a series of just like luck? I don't know. Like, how did you? What was the play there?
It was a really interesting and unexpected path to that because, like I was telling you about the Merc shit, that took off for us. Like at one point, it really
blew
off.
up. Yeah,
yeah.
When you guys had the Dark Times and Fired Up and all that.
Like even before that.
Okay.
Even before that, like the first couple of releases on vinyl.
Yeah.
Bro, they really took off, and then that meant we were touring the whole world like for years, bro. Like
off of the vinyls.
Yeah, and then eventually Fired Up came up, but by that time, like that's like, for example, Funky Green Dogs was just a name we made up to put on the vinyl, like I was telling you. But eventually that became a group that we signed to a major label, and then that became, we did 3 albums for that label, and that's where Fired Up came out of and shit like that. But prior to that, like I said, we were already touring everywhere, dude. Like we were doing, Ibiza, all of Europe, Asia, like the whole world. We traveled the whole world as kids, man. It was the best. Like, it was so fun.
Hell
and Ralph is like family to me. You know what I mean? We grew up together, literally.
Yeah.
So to experience that with someone like that,
we're your boys.
Oh my God, it was the shit. But to be honest, eventually, we're not like that. I don't know.
What do you mean by that? Like,
okay, that's not like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, bro, we don't. I don't know. We don't really think of ourselves that way, So our shit. Eventually, we were just like. I remember Ralph was just like, "Bro, I'm fucking tired, bro. Like this shit
of traveling.
Like, being on the road." And I at that time was starting my family. I had my little daughter, and I remember when I had my daughter, I was living in. I would spend the summers in Italy. I would live there for 3 months.
Yeah.
Because there, and I could shoot off to,
different
Ibiza,
parts,
London, or Germany, whatever. And that one, I had done it a couple, and I had a residency there in Italy. And I had done that a couple summers. But when my daughter was born, bro, I was fucking miserable out there. Like,
yeah, you wanted to be with your daughter.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I gotta, like, but the thing was, Miami, like I'm telling you, it
still hadn't popped.
Nah, bro. So I was like, how can I possibly, do this shit that I love to do?
On my crib.
Exactly. And then that coincided with Ralph being like, yo, I'm fucking tired, bro. So then I was like, I gotta, let me figure something out. Because at the same time, I had a family.
Yeah,
shit, so
you gotta pay bills.
Yes, I gotta make some bread. So, bro, I kind of like stumbled into a residency in a club on the beach that was called Score.
Okay. I think I remember that club.
Yeah. Super, super dope club, super dope people. And I was doing every Friday there. I started doing every Friday there. And with a promoter friend that I met, Jack Bengio was his name. And he was like, yo, you want to do this shit, whatever. And keep in mind, at that time, I would play here sporadically because
every once in a while.
Because it wasn't, but then I got an opportunity in this place, and it was a gay club, so I could do my shit there. And bro, it started popping off. Like it was getting packed every week. And I was like, damn, this is, finally something is moving here. And through that, one night, Chris Pacello came through there.
Okay.
And, heard what I was doing and shit. And then from there, I became a resident at Liquid. which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
probably like the first
Major.
like New York style underground club, I would say,
Yeah, in
down
South
here
Florida.
with DJs and that kind of shit. And that was really the catalyst of me as far as my entrance into it. And then from there, around that time is when George Acosta was doing Shadow Lounge.
Okay.
I feel like that was like a very important time in this city because George Acosta was doing Shadow Lounge and he was doing like the trance sound, which really blew up here.
Yeah, it was like massive.
Yeah.
Massive. Right?
Yeah,
That
like,
shit took over
I feel
everything.
I feel like George doesn't get enough credit for what he did in the sense of, because people, since it was the trance thing or whatever, like, and eventually it moved on to house.
Yeah.
But that was like,
I was huge into trance, bro.
yeah,
I was big
I'm
into
saying like
trance,
that was like the gateway drug
for
to electronic
EDM, yes,
music,
exactly,
man.
you're right.
So, and he was the one that did that shit, So, because like I told you prior to that, there was house music played, but it was in gay
Sporadic.
clubs and you're talking back then, shit was very segregated still,
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Just like David Padilla, then he did the mix, which was like an after hour spot, and it was a trance thing too, But those guys really kind of like opened people's ears to something a little different, and then when I started playing at Liquid, I was able to do my shit there on Saturday nights, but then Liquid closed.
Yeah.
And, all that stuff happened along with that. And so I was basically just like, all right, I guess.
What now?
I got to hit the road.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to do that because like I was explaining to you.
Yeah.
But, and then, bro, I got a call from Alex Ohms, and who was one of the people that started Ultrafest, and he hit me up about this place in downtown that they were
gonna open up.
That they were gonna open, and I was like, that shit sounded crazy. I gotta say, because
the
area, the area.
Oh,
was,
I remember the area,
bro. That shit was like,
It was a
it was
trap.
rough.
It was a
rough.
trap.
Yeah, it was trapped like a motherfucker out there.
Trapping.
Yeah.
I remember that
Trapped
was
out.
hella trap, dude. Legit.
And but yeah, he's like, yo, look, this guy, Louis Puig.
Yeah.
He's got this club, and he told me he's cheap. So just keep in mind, you got to get in there, but then eventually, we can do something with that. And I was like, bro, at the time I was like, I don't know, because, I just had a baby.
Yeah.
I need money.
You
whatever
need
the
bread,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah. But I went and saw the place, and that's actually where I met Emmy Guerra for the first time, because he was a promoter there. And he walked me through.
I got rejected by Emmy a bunch of times, bro.
I'll talk to him. But yeah, bro, he gave me a little walk around and shit. But the minute I walked in there, I was like, oh no, I need to do this shit. Like, I was like in love with that shit. Like, I couldn't believe what Louis had done. Like,
The sound and everything.
just the whole vibe. We had never had that.
A place like that.
Nah. And 24-hour license. It was just some other shit. So, yeah, then I started doing space.
Yeah. And then you did the legendary like forever sets, bro. Like what was the longest you ever played?
Man, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, because there was, for a while there, for several years, I would start at open, and I would play in the main room till we would shut that down, and then I would go up to the terrace, and I would play till close there. So those nights were like 16, 18 hours, at a time. So I don't know, honestly, what the longest one, because like on special events and shit,
You could have gone forever.
It will go later.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. Those marathon sets, I remember like watching you do them, and I'll be like, yo, this dude is like iron, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, How the fuck is this guy standing there for so long? Like, don't have to go nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy when you do that shit. It's like, bro, it's in the moment, it's actually kind of like stressful in a sense because you gotta like, it's a lot of brain power for an extended amount of time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're on.
Because you're on, and as a DJ, you're reading the floor, and you have your music and your shit, you know. So, especially when it was vinyl, bro.
Oh, hex, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no
that
USB.
Shit ends. Yeah, there's no
that
looping.
shit ends.
That's it. There's a break that you can mix into. And that's it. But even outside of that, you know, when it became CDs or MP3s or whatever, like it's a lot. But like your adrenaline is such that you don't even feel that shit. Like you're going straight through, you know. But bro, the minute I would stop, I was dead, bro.
Yeah,
I was dead.
Like you didn't want to hear music for a minute.
Nah, I would, bro. It would take me like, I would say honestly, like 2-3 days
to get back into like, let me go into the crates.
No, just to
listen
to be like a human being again. You know what I mean? Like, I was dead, bro. I was dead. Like
that's wild.
Fried, just fried.
Yeah. I mean,
it's also I was so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
That I think that you know how it is. Like if you're passionate about something to the point of like almost unhealthy obsession, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to turn it off complete. Like I felt like I would have to turn it off completely for 2 days because if not, you know, you just burn out.
That's wild, man. I mean, yeah, you were able to like, I would say you established space as the music mecca that it is today, right? Like through your crazy sets and like, yeah, your marathon sets, bro. Like really put it on, and you're mixing in your sound selection. You know, the sound selection is like ridiculous. How were you coming across records where people were just sending you stuff? Were you like going through crates? What were you like? Because I mean, bro, for you to play that much records, you have to be like on it, dude. I recently started DJing like 9 months ago, right? And I have digital music, so I could download and I could go through it, and that's still massively time consuming.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that's even tougher, bro, to manage. Honestly,
what, the digital?
Yeah, because it's more. There's more of it and easier access to it, you know. Whereas the records, like in those days, I would get promos in the mail. I was a member of a record pool.
Okay.
And I would go there once a week, and they would give me a fucking box of promos. And then, 2 days a week, I would hit record stores, you know, like all the record stores, and be there for hours, just going through shit and putting together music, you know.
What was your favorite record store?
Y&T.
What was that?
Yesterday and today. That was on the beach.
Oh, okay.
I like Groove Man too.
Yeah. I remember Groove Man.
Yeah. Uncle Sam's.
Uncle Sam's, yeah.
I'll do the rounds like all those every week, you know.
And they already knew you were coming in. They have like special stuff for you, or
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had a stack ready to go and shit like that, you know. It was awesome.
Damn, though, that's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, man. Like being able to now you're established, right? You're DJ, record producer. Basically, what other hats you're wearing? Like label, CEO, or more or less, right? So like,
I mean, we didn't use those terms.
I mean,
but
but like in the professional
world, technically, yes.
world, I'm the CEO, I'm this and that. So like, how do you
and husband,
father,
son,
all of that,
brother,
friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what's been one of those major keys that you learned through this process that you wish you would have told early Oscar G?
You know, like what jumps into my head is like, take the time to enjoy it, you know, like take inventory, of the moments. But at the same time, like, I think if you do that, like, you slack.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like people say that.
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to take
it all in.
Yeah, take it in and be, like,
be present in the moment.
But I don't know, man. I think, like, when you're obsessed with some shit, like, that's not how it is, Like, you're just like blinders on and going forward always, I'm still like that.
What was your mountaintop? What was your like goal? What was that like? What was your driving force? I want to be there.
That's not what drove me, bro.
Okay.
That's not my thing. Like, my thing is not like, how can I, it was more like, I want to be really good at what I do, Like, I look at it more like a craft or like an art form, and that was that's where my obsession lies. More like, I want to be good at this shit. Like, still to this day, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to be good. I want to be better. I want to, like, I want, like, when I play, I want people to come away from it like, yo, that guy, he gives a shit. Like, he really wants to do this shit.
You want to be known like as the master of it. A master of it.
I mean,
I
never thought of that, but that sounds amazing. Like, if I could be considered that would be amazing. But yeah, like,
I consider you that, bro. 100%.
Well, thank you, bro. But yeah, like, for me, that's what my drive is. That, bro. My drive is that. Like, I just want to be. I love doing it, and I want to be great at it, and that's it. And, like, I've never thought. If you look at my career path or whatever, like, it definitely isn't one that is ideal for success,
Yeah, like the journey wasn't.
No, it wasn't driven by that. So, like, I could point out like a million, turns I could have made along the way that would have led to bread and things like that, but that's just not. It's like I said, it's not my.
It's not your
my
drive,
motivation,
yeah.
bro. It's not my motivation. Don't get me wrong. I want I want to get money. And
Yeah.
I want to buy shit. And I want to pay
Facts.
my bills and all that shit, of course. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not
100%.
like, yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, yeah, it's almost like I had this on the podcast. I had the guys from La Hama, and they travel all over the world, and they were in Japan, and they explained to me that in Japan, everybody is a master of one thing. Like, the person will master like making knives. That's all he does. He masters making knives, and he don't fuck around and do nothing else. But he is a master knife maker, right? Like, it seems like you're in that realm. Like, you just want to master your craft. You want to be known as a master. But you know what's the crazy part about that? That in that journey, the master never recognizes the master. That they're the master. It's hard. It's hard to be like, yeah, I've mastered this, because then that would be like saying, damn, I'm done. But you're never done.
That's why I'm saying. Like, the minute you believe your own bullshit,
Yeah.
you suck,
Facts.
Like, so, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that's never been my thing. So
That's what's up, bro.
it's kind of like it's kind of a hindrance in business, sort of. But fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
fuck it. You've established yourself.
It is what it is.
Exactly. So, like, throughout the journey, right? You've seen the scene in South Florida change. You basically saw it from where you were saying, I'm from Miami, but my shit's still fire, to like, now it's like, oh, I'm from Miami. Everybody wants to fucking, be that shit. So what's something that...
No, now you're like, I'm from Miami, and they're like, oh, God, another motherfucker from Miami. Another DJ from Miami. Shit.
That's crazy, dog. So, like, what do you feel the scene is missing now from when it was in the original? Like, what was the sazon that it originally have that you feel like is missing it now? Or is anything missing?
Nah, I don't think anything's missing. It's just, ebbs and flows and trends and things happen, shit. But, like, Miami was popping long before my shit or house music or
Yeah.
any of that. You know, like Miami's just a fucking when it comes to music and clubs and dancing and you know that culture. This is the shit. Like you know, at least it has been.
Yeah.
You know, Miami's changed a lot. Hopefully, we don't lose that culture. You know, but yeah, like we've always been very healthy in that.
Yeah.
In that, but it's just you know now we're in this mode now. I never thought you could have options of house music every weekend.
Yeah.
Or every night.
Yeah.
Fuck weekend.
Fuck weekends,
like,
yeah.
Every night you could
Yeah,
hear
you
house
have
music in
Merc
this town.
Mondays.
Yeah.
At Coyo, yeah. On a Monday, you can pull up, listen to house
Exactly.
music. Yeah.
Exactly. But for example, the Coil thing,
Yeah.
that's a perfect example of my what I was telling you, like my hindrance. Like, bro, you don't know how many people are like, why? What are you doing there? Like, why are you in there with 80 people or whatever? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? On a Monday.
On a Monday, yeah.
But, bro,
I pulled up plenty of times, bro. You always
Okay.
kill it.
But the thing is, like, first of all, this is the crib, and I always want to be connected to the crib. And the reason I started doing a Monday is because I tour on the weekends. So it was like a guarantee that I had to come back to the crib on Monday, you know?
Oh, it's almost like you have to be. I have to be back, bro.
Yes.
I got a Monday. I got to gig on Monday.
And then and there, bro, it's like I always tell people, like, it's harder for a DJ to play a tiny room like that than a fucking giant festival.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be, your chops have to be sharper to do a room with 80 people than a festival with 8,000 people.
Yo, that's crazy.
And that's facts. I'm telling you, like that's what it is. So for me, I look at that like a lab, bro. Like I'm there because at this point, like I don't want to DJ at home for whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't do it for you.
So that's like
Like your home.
yes,
Like your home set.
That's my right. That's my living room with some friends.
Yeah.
And I'm working on my shit, working out shit, like trying new shit, and that's how I look at that party, you know. And I look at it as a blessing, bro, like a huge blessing. We've been doing it 10 years now.
Damn, bro. Congrats, yo. 10 years of Merc Mondays,
Yeah.
son.
But I look at it like a blessing to, you know, I think as a DJ, bro, having a place to play is a blessing.
100%.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
100.
So I try to never like lose sight of that, and that's a great way to do it. Small room. You're not gonna you're not gonna get rich.
Yeah.
But man, you're
gonna make some people hella fucking happy.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Bro,
dog.
people come from all over the place to just go to the back of a taco shop. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
It's
awesome.
It's crazy. I love that spot. You fucking I had Washy Fire on the podcast, and he does Tuesdays there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah, man.
Yo, this is the back of a taco place.
Because he knows, bro. He knows, like, and he's old school.
Yeah.
Crib like a motherfucker,
Facts.
and so he knows what's up. The sound is on point.
Sound is on point.
So
I've seen some crazy shows in there.
Yeah.
I went to a bass show one time there, bruh. I had to keep walking outside, bro. My fucking body was like, no puedo más, dog. I need a break. Yeah, no.
We've been doing it 10 years, bro, and I do it with my buddy Lazaro Casanova, which is dope.
Shout out Lazaro.
Yeah, he's super dope. And my brother-in-law, Strike, which is a fucking legend in his own right, is in South Florida. He was the DJ at the Edge, which was like one of the biggest EDM moments in South Florida, you know. And then I play with Oba Frank Lords. He's on drums.
Yeah, he
and
does
his
the
son.
drums. Yeah.
And so, you know, it's really cool. And like I'm saying, everybody's there for the love, bro. Like,
Facts.
And I feel like you can feel that shit. Like,
Facts.
you know, so
100%. You walk into the room and you're just like, first of all, the sound is crazy, the music is crazy, the drinks are good, and it's just like I love that room because it like you described it perfectly. It's like a living room. It's like kicking it at somebody's living room, chilling, and just having a great old time.
Yeah.
And you know it's not gonna be no static. There's no like, oh, what's the door or dress code or any of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
No VIP,
no VIP, none of that.
Cover, no door, nothing.
It's a wild, bro. It's a wild ass party, bro.
Yeah, you know, I like coming off of Space and all those things. I wanted to do things that were a little more, easily accessible for people and
Yeah.
shit like that. Because I felt so appreciative of all those years at Space, you know, like people lining up, paying bread to see me, you know, and like to this day, I'm so appreciative of that. And it was more than a decade of that, you know, like every fucking week for all those hours, and like the love that people gave me was so amazing. I was so lucky. And coming off of that, I wanted to do like that's why I started doing the Monday, and then a few years later, I started doing Fridays at 1-800-LUCKY in Wynwood.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Because my friends that own Koyo opened Lucky, you know, and it has a vinyl store in it and the whole shit.
I love that vinyl store too.
Yeah,
they got cheap records.
So we've been doing that. We've been doing that Friday too, and it's the same kind of thing. No cover, no dress code. Like I wanted to go in that direction, you know.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's like showing love back to the locals.
100%.
It feels like, bro, I'm born and raised in Dade County my whole life. I feel like locals nowadays are like secondary residents almost, right? It feels like everybody coming in from out of town or from other places get to experience a lot more of the dope places that locals really don't have access to that much because like just crazy prices and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. I felt that because, and this is even before, like I feel like COVID was a big moment where it got even more like that. But even prior to that, kind of the reason I went into that is because, you know, Live at the time became very popular, and those kind of clubs became popular, which is cool, you know, for whoever wants to do that kind of shit. But like I felt like this is where we're, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we're heading in that direction.
We're going that way, and I know how those places are, and I know my friends and people that I fuck with would never. They can't even get in that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
facts.
they don't even have clothes to get in there.
They don't know anybody at the door.
Like, yeah,
right?
they're gonna get turned down, bro. So, I didn't want to go that route. You know, that's something I always loved about Space.
Yeah,
At least, and you know, I'm actually not sure.
Space right now, almost anybody could get in. You got to buy a ticket or something like that.
Right.
But
It's still like that, right?
Still like
okay,
that.
yeah.
Like I've been going a lot to the ground recently.
Okay.
My boys, Rumble in the Jungle, shout out Rumble. They've been doing a lot of things at the ground.
Cool.
So it's the same. It's just like you get a ticket, whatever.
Okay, cool, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like I always love that model, which is get in line, pay your
Pay
shit,
your ticket, you good.
and you're good. There no, you know,
No fuss. Like, oh,
No,
you're wearing the
bro.
wrong shoes.
no.
That happened to me a lot back in the days.
Yeah.
I remember when you had to wear the belt buckle shoes that looked like pilgrim shoes and shit
Yeah.
with a button down to get into a club. That was crazy. No jeans. You had to
That's
have
the thing that prior to Space, that was another thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't really many clubs like that, because even Shadow Lounge, even though the music was that, but
Yeah, you
it was,
still need a dress code.
Yeah, it was like a kind of, you know, ritzy kind of place, and all the places on the beach were like
they're
Liquid
all-
too.
Yeah.
Liquid too. I remember my friends of mine would show up, and they're like, the
Like,
next
nah,
day
you
they're
can't
like,
go.
bro, I didn't get in, kind of shit, you know.
I was wearing sneakers. You
Yeah.
couldn't wear sneakers.
Or Madonna showed up, and you know they told everybody to go the fuck home
Yeah,
or whatever.
basically.
So,
Basically.
but then when Space came around, it was like, yo, get in line, $20,
Just for the people.
let's go
That's what's up, bro.
all night long, you know.
So what's been like one of those, speaking of Space is the local, the place, right, established here. What's been like a place abroad, a spot abroad that's been memorable to this day for you? Like something that was like, damn, that was a place that really left a mark on you, an impression.
Like overseas.
Yeah, overseas.
Oh
Or even outside of the city, just.
man, there's so many places, but like New York, I love, bro. To me, like I've always been, since I was a little kid, so inspired by New York, because all the music I loved, all the DJs I loved, most of them
Coming out of New York.
out of there, you know. And the Bronx, everything that happened, you know, it's like I love New York. So there's several clubs that I've gotten to play there, you know, on a regular basis that I loved. Like Pasha in New York was amazing. Output in Brooklyn was one of my favorite clubs ever. But then there's Pasha in Ibiza, which I've gone to play several times, and that's like, just like a institution kind of shit,
That's
Ministry
legendary, yeah.
Ministry
That's
in
another.
London was dope as fuck. Is dope as fuck, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Still. But like in the
That was,
early,
yeah.
when it first popped off, bro, it was amazing, There was a club in Tokyo way back called Yellow, which was one of the most incredible clubs too. But yeah, I mean, bro, there's spots.
Yeah. I mean,
know,
yeah,
the
I'm
world
sure the
over.
repertoire
Yeah.
of spots that's I mean, you've been blessed with the opportunity to do what you love throughout the world, bro. That is like that's the epitome of what like people you found your purpose and you were able to go for it, you know what I'm saying? And it's awesome that you hail from Dade County, dog, that like it's for real because even if in any way, shape, or form, the fact that you're out there doing it, you're repping the crib. Even there's no way that you can't rep the crib. You know what I'm saying? You from everybody's like, oh, this guy from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good. It's always like love for the people here in Dade County that are like, yo, they could aspire to that. They could be like, yo, I could do what Oscar G did and is doing currently. Like I could do that coming out of here. Back in the day, it wasn't that easy. Now it's more easier, right? Because now we've been established as a mecca for that kind of music and things along those nature. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. So I'm sure you throughout your journey inspired tons of people to do that shit, bro. To like get it in. You know what I'm saying? Now on the stage, what's been I'm sure you're human, bro. I'm sure you fucked up once or twice. How do you recover in a situation like that? Because like I DJ in front of like 4 people and I fuck up and I feel like crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're doing this shit in front of thousands of people. What's that experience like?
Fucking up?
Yeah.
Bro, that's where the obsession comes in. Like, I don't want to fuck up.
No, nobody wants to fuck up.
No, yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, that's big for me. Like, I don't want to fuck. Like, I want there to be few people on the planet.
Yeah, that heard you.
That heard me fuck up. But yeah, I mean, we all fuck up.
Yeah.
We all fuck up.
And how do you recover? How do you like?
I always feel like the DJ brain.
Yeah.
Oh shit. The DJ brain is like 3 records ahead. So you can't get caught up in that shit because then you're really, your whole shit will get fucked up. You panic and I see it happen to guys, like that are like opening for me or in the same bill as me, and I get to hear them a little bit. And sometimes just a slight, it's a slight fuck up, but
it derails them.
Yeah, like if it gets in your head, then you're just fall off track, and the groove is fucked. So, especially if you have a DJ ear, it's obvious, like it becomes obvious. So
that's something that I realized that everybody doesn't have también.
Oh, no.
Like it's only like a lot of the times it's only in your head and maybe like your boy who's DJing.
Yeah.
But the entire crowd is not aware of that.
My friend DMS 12. I don't know if you know how. Okay, he's a really good DJ producer also from here, and he used to hang with me back in the space days in the booth. Like he'd be there, and he would tell me like, "Yo, what percentage of the people here do you think know how much you're busting your ass in here to do this?"
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of look at it like, if they don't even notice, that
then
means you're doing that shit. Yeah, you're doing that shit right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And the ones that know.
Yeah. The ones that know, and the ones that don't, if they don't know, then you're doing your job.
Right. And they're absorbing it and they're having a great time.
They're in it, experience.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. That's funny how music is that thing that brings people together and you could leave everything behind, yo, and just like go to a show. And the other day I went to the Egyptian Lover show at the Ground, bro. And Egyptian Lover did his thing, like he did the whole entire and I was just there like completely enthralled with it. I was like, and it took me I was so in it that I was like, damn. I came to and I was like, oh shit, I'm at the Ground with my friends right now.
You got lost in it.
I got lost in it, dude.
That's the shit, man.
That is 100%.
I got to see him at my friend Jesse Perez, you know
Okay,
Jesse
yeah.
Perez, he did a label party and at what was that place called back then? The place on 8th Street, like right when you're getting to Brickell.
Los Altos?
No. Further down.
Further into Brickell?
Yeah.
On 8th Street. There was a Transit Lounge? Blackbird?
Wait. What was Transit Lounge?
Transit
After
Lounge?
Transit Lounge became what?
It became Blackbird.
Oh, no.
Blackbird.
No.
Before
that.
it was a Transit Lounge.
No, between that and Los Altos.
Damn, I don't even remember there was anything there.
Yeah, dude.
Between Los Altos and Transit Lounge,
Yeah.
just like McDonald's.
On 8th Street. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the McDonald's is?
Right before the McDonald's. Like if you're going up 8th Street.
Oh, yes. I remember the place right next to the highway.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
I
is
forgot
that,
the name. I forgot. It's closed down now, but yeah, I know.
It is?
Yeah. Now it's like a soccer thing.
Okay.
It's next to the soccer park.
Shit, what the fuck was that called?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, yeah.
That place, whatever. I can't remember.
Sidebar or something.
Sidebar.
Like, yes, that's what it was.
That's it. Okay. Sidebar. Jesse Perez had a party there and he had Egyptian Lover.
Damn.
And so I wanted to check out Jesse, whatever, and to see Egyptian Lover with the 808 and the turntables and shit.
Bro, I mean, I'm a massive bass head, right? Growing up in Miami, come on, bro. How you not love bass? 2 Live Crew. Shout out DJ Uncle Al, one of my favorites of all time. Rest in peace. Like, so, like, knowing that,
Mr. Mix.
Exactly, bro. Like, being able to know that an Egyptian Lover was, like, one of the foundations of bass, right? That's just like, I had to go see the show.
That's the shit I was playing when I was telling you.
Yeah,
12,
basing
13
out.
years old.
You were
Yeah.
doing
that was my shit. 2 Live was, bro, every set I played back then. I got shut down one time doing a school dance at St. Michael.
And 2 Live Crew?
Yeah.
Yo, I said it, dog. They didn't make you do like rosaries?
Bro, they brought the cops that were like doing security. It came in and like told me they were gonna confiscate my gear.
What? What, it was too obscene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But bro, let me tell you, those 2 Live songs, even when kids hadn't heard them yet, because I'm talking, I got it fresh
off the press.
Fresh off the press, right? The new album, 2 Live album. I'll play that shit, bro. Banging, right? Immediately. Like if they had heard it 1,000 times already.
Yeah, like, man. I missed that time. The freaking the puppies, Y2C, all of that, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro. Yeah. Like, those booty bass. Like, Miami need to bring that booty bass back, bro. Somebody need to do that shit, man. Like, I love that shit. And just seeing people do the crybaby on dirty-ass floors, you know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, bro. Like, come on. Like, I don't know about nowadays, the kids don't dance too much. I'm still in the dance move, but, like, younger kids, they don't dance like that.
No, there's dancers, bro. I see kids dancing.
I need to go to those places.
I've seen some shit like especially the Friday party that we do. Yeah, because what happens is at Lucky, Lucky's huge.
Yeah.
So there's space there. It's not like
you're not crowded yet.
Yeah. So then there'll be dance circles and shit.
And you could go into the food hall también to like chill out.
Exactly. It's a much more like laid back. But there'll be dance circles, and I see kids doing shit. I'm like, damn.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I miss that, bro. Every time I go out, I'm like, I see
in
people
New
like
York,
on their phones
bro,
and shit.
when I play up there, crazy dancing.
Yeah, no. In New York, 100%. I've seen
crazy dancing happening there, bro.
In New York, I've seen it. Like, I was up in NY probably like 6 months ago, and I went to a place. I was like, damn, boy.
Yeah, they throw down.
They throw down out there, dog. I want to do a party where they take people's phones away and shit, so everybody just in it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro.
Well, the place I was telling you about, Output in Brooklyn, that I used to play.
Yeah.
They had like no phone policy there. No bottle service.
Yeah.
No phones.
Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, Mr. Oscar G, what do you foresee? What's your future? What is it? What are you heading towards right now? What is it? What are you working towards?
I'm still kind of obsessed, to be honest with you. So, I'm a big basketball fan.
Okay.
And I'm a big LeBron James fan.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say Kobe.
Nah. LeBron's the GOAT. I know, Don't fucking hit me with. I don't give a shit. Like whatever.
Oh man, dog. Why you have
LeBron's
to
the
say
GOAT.
that?
I don't want to hear it.
It was a great podcast that you said.
Who you got?
I mean, Michael Jordan, bro.
Nah, hell no.
Come on, bro. Never lost a finals. Come on.
He only went to 6.
What you mean? That's enough. You went to
LeBron
6
went
and
to
you
10,
went to
bro.
6. Okay, but you go to 6, you win 6.
Yeah, but if you're playing against plumbers and shit, you know, it's so different.
That's crazy. You got all those players, plumbers.
Hey, look, bro.
Stockton, Malone, plumbers, dog. Wow. Jeez.
But Jeff Hornacek was
Oh my
who was
God,
checking MJ, bro.
Bro.
Jeff Hornacek.
Man.
Google that, kids.
I remember Jeff Hornacek. He was
Just look at him.
bro.
That guy doesn't make the league right now.
The Seattle Sonics. Come on, bro. With Gary Payton, the glove. His
they were
name
nice.
was the glove, bro. He would jack you straight up, dude. Like, bruh, come on, Jordan over LeBron any day, dog. Any day.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, I give LeBron his flowers.
Bro, he's still playing.
I get it.
And we're talking
I get it.
about this.
Yeah. No, but I have a theory about that, bro. There's no way that this guy's been this old, still playing, and never gotten injured, dog.
What's your theory?
My theory is that he's also on future HGA shit that they
bro.
haven't found it yet.
Bro.
Which means they did it to the baseball players, bro.
He takes care of his body like nobody
sure
has
he does.
ever done.
I'm sure he does. And I'm sure he takes care of his body with some chemicals that nobody knows about.
Bro. No, man. Look at LeBron and go and Google LeBron highlights from high school.
I know. I seen him play.
He's a fucking
He was,
animal.
Yeah, he was a sickness.
Yeah.
At the Catholic high school.
Jordan didn't make the varsity team in his high school when he was until he was a
Shots
junior.
Fired, dog. Hey, Jordan, if you're hearing this, dog, I got your back, my dog. He's local too, bro. That's another
And you
one.
know the college LeBron went to?
He didn't go to college.
That's right. He went straight to the league and it was fucking eating.
Bro, whatever, dog.
MJ was
Whatever.
in college for years, bro.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, bro. I still give LeBron his flowers. He brought us a ship here, bro. One time for that, you know.
He
what
brought
I'm
us 2 chips.
saying? Yeah, he brought us 2 chips.
And four finals appearances.
We should have had 4 chips, but if it would have been Jordan, it would have been 4 finals appearances, 4
hell
chips.
no.
But
You know what? Jordan didn't play against Steph Curry.
What do you mean?
Who's a Steph Curry level player that Jordan played against? Or Kevin Durant?
How about Miller? Miller was
Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller had the craziest 3-point shot in the league, bro. Or how about
Steph Curry's the best 3-point shooter ever on earth.
How
right?
about Robert Horry, Mr. Clutch?
What?
Mr. Clutch in the finals. Always
Bro, I'm talking about
hit.
Steph Curry, multiple-time MVP. Kevin Durant, multiple-time MVP. Like
You're talking about
all-time
plumbers
greats.
now.
All-time greats. And you're telling me about like Robert Horry and Jeff Hornacek and shit.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, man.
Whatever, dog. It is what it
Anyway,
is.
I
Anyway.
digress. LeBron
says
something that speaks to me, which is you got to keep the main thing.
Okay.
And my main thing is DJing, and
Okay.
I still keep it the main thing. Like that. So when you ask me what the future holds for right now, you know, as far as this shit goes, I'm just obsessed with the music and the thing. You know, outside of that, it's like what I care about is my family and you
your
know,
peoples.
that's it.
That's
That's
what's
it,
up, man.
bro. You know, and I've got into the restaurant thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's something I've moved into that I like.
Yeah.
You know, and I've failed a couple times.
Welcome to
in
the
it.
stress life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Welcome
The slavery.
Crema mimos. Welcome to the stress life, bro. But
Yeah, bro.
I feel you, bro. Yo, Oscar, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, man. I
thank
highly
you, bro.
appreciate it. Thank you so much for like putting on for South Florida and you know and mastering and going after your craft like that and like being a shining example for other people to do it in their verticals and in their journeys, right? Like trying to replicate something that you've done in your journey and your vertical. It's really awe-inspiring, dog. For real, 100%.
Thank you, man. I
Decades, dude.
yeah, I'm not good at taking a compliment and shit like that because it's weird for me and stuff. But I totally appreciate it. You know what I mean? I totally appreciate it. And,
I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, man.
100%. And thank you to all the listeners and everybody once again showing love. This is the 100th episode of the Que Bola Podcast. We're all about that South Florida creatives and entrepreneurs out here representing
Que Bola City.
Que Bolón Tiburón out here. And like I always say, if you like it, share with your friends. And if you hate it, share with your enemies. But just share this motherfucker, all right? I love y'all. Hasta la próxima. Que te crezca. We out this. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning into this special episode of the Que Bola Podcast. You know, this means so much to me getting to the 100. I don't know. It's just like I got so much support out there. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Share it with your friends if you like it. Share it with your enemies if you hate it. Till the next time, keep that creativity going. Let's keep it popping, baby. It's all about that day kind of 305. Ya tu sabes. Que te crezca. Love y'all. Peace.